provide you with solid, down-to-earth legal representation, whether you're facing force, a criminal prosecution, God forbid, both at the same time. I'll tell you in an honest, straightforward manner what your options are and how to best proceed forward. If you appreciate my brand of legal representation, see you again next time you need some help. So give the Blake Fields LLC a call, 417-847-9999, if you've got a problem in Berry or Stone counties. I'm a general practitioner, which means that whatever your problem is, try to solve it. Even if I can't help you out, get you to someone who can.
Remember, the choice of attorney is an important decision and should not be solely on advertising.
Hey, this is Pastor Andy Lambert of Cassville United Methodist Church, and I cordially invite you to join us on Sunday morning. We passionately worship the risen Christ. We worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 and 8:45 with small groups that meet at 9:30. And we at Cassville United Methodist Church support the Cassville Wildcats and wish them a successful season. Go Cats!
Seller Trade, look no further than the Berry County Advertiser and reach over 13,000 homes and businesses with your ad. It's easy and you'll get the response you're looking for. The deadline for display advertising is 5 p.m. on Monday, and your ad deadline is noon each day. You can place your ad online or bcaonline.com. Stop in at 904 West Street in Cassville or call 417-847-4475. The Berry County Advertiser, covering Berry County to serve customer advertising needs for nearly half a century.
Back at Kelly Field in Aurora, we are at halftime. Tonight's halftime show brought to you by Shoemaker Tire, family-owned and operated. Shoemaker Tire in Golden, Missouri, serving customers in southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas since 1961. Cassville leads 31-7 here at the break, 5:13 in the first quarter. Cassville got a 31-yard field goal from River Phelps as they jumped on top 3-0. Then with 1:45 left to go in the first, Phelps added a 5-yard run to make it 10-0 Wildcats. Hound Dogs got on the board with 11:16 left to go in the second quarter on a 2-yard run from Peyton Evans, and that made it 10-7, the Cassville Wildcats with the lead. And then 3 unanswered scores by River Phelps, a 16-yard run with 8:41 in the half, a 7-yard run with 4:05 left to go in the half, and then a 1-yard plunge with 11 seconds left to go in the half. The 4th rushing touchdown of the first 2 quarters for River Phelps, and the Wildcats have extended their lead to 31-7 here at halftime. Cassville held to a punt on that first possession of the night. Then they get the field goal on the second possession, and then 4 straight possessions touchdowns.
So just efficiency. They were moving the football early in the first drive, and then they turn around, they forced a punt. They get the punt inside the 2-yard line. Just a great job of execution there. Defense doing an outstanding job tonight. And, the defense doing a great job of getting the offensive ball in good positions, and then the offense is taking advantage of that, going down and putting points on the board.
Again, we apologize. We're having some difficulties with our web TV coverage here tonight from Kelly Field. We'll try to keep the cameras rolling and then be able to archive the game later. But for some reason, the live streaming has got some glitches in it going on tonight. We've found out it's at our server that is run by another company in Springfield, so it's kind of out of our control right now, but we're trying to get a hold of those folks in Springfield to see if they can help us with the situation. But we'll try to get that fixed if we can possibly do that here this evening. But we appreciate you joining us here tonight on the Talent Network. We'll continue with our coverage right here on the radio side, and then we'll archive that game. We'll record it and archive it for a look back at a later date. Halftime score, Hound Dogs and the Wildcats. Cassville leads it over Aurora 31-7. Tonight's halftime show brought to you by Shoemaker Tire. Over 50 years of taking care of their customers like no one else. Call Shoemaker Tire, 417-271-3490. We'll take another break. Be back with some of the first half stats. You're listening to Cassville Wildcat Football here on the Talent Network.
To the U.S. Department of Energy, about 1% of homes' energy loss is around doors. Sealing cracks and openings drafts and improves the air quality and of your home year-round. Check with experts to find out how to use proper techniques to cause weather stress. Visit the website berryelectric.com for more energy-saving tips for you. This message is brought to you by Berry Electric of Cassville, your locally owned Missouri Electric Cooperative.
This live broadcast of high school the Talent Sports Network is brought to you in part by Sportscaster Club members. The Berry County Department, whether you need your well water tested or flu shots, check with the Berry County Health Department offices in Monette and Cassville. Cassville office at 847-2140. 402 for more information. Of Southern Missouri with locations in Cassville, Willard, Shellknott, and Golden to serve you. Visit them online at freedombk.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. When your belly is raging for something Cajun, maybe a hand-cut steak or some great Italian food, spaghetti and meatballs, head on over to the Restaurant, Highway 60 in Monette. And Phil Davidson, State Farm Insurance in Mount Vernon. For life, auto, or health, Phil Davidson, 466-751.
Will make their spending decisions on Wednesday. That's why they advertise in Wednesday newspapers. Local residents get the Cassville Democrat boxes every Wednesday, a full 2 hours ahead of any local news source. Newsstands Wednesday morning. Advertise by calling Jim Craig at 417-847-2610 or 417-847-7296 or email cassvilleads@gmail.com.
At Country Dot, we're clearing out our remaining 2016 Ram. Come in now and take a sweet deals on America's longest left pickup. Ram 1500, 3500, Cabin Jack, Diesel, Hemi. They're all right here at Country Dot with up to 25% MSRP. That's right, while supply up to 25% off. Advantage of offers like no payment for 90 days, 0% interest, 75 months, and drive home. America's longest lasting pickup. The Ram from Country Dodge with the best deal. Country Dodge, Highway 3776, Cassville, Missouri. Always open online at www.gocountry.com.
Stability, service, and experience to meet every aspect of your banking needs at Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri. From loans and home improvement loans, from auto to agricultural loans, Freedom Bank is committed and focused to serve you and the cities in which we're located. Freedom Bank, Community Progressive Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Cassville is the place to go for convenience and service, serving the area for nearly 30 years. Everything from fuel to snacks to ice-cold drinks, tasting sandwiches from the deli, fast trip, competitive prices. And now if you're forgot to pay a bill, ask the staff about site kiosks. Many bills can be taken quickly and easily. They also have an ATM right inside the front door. Open 24 days, 7 days a week. Fast trip, 104 Main in Cassville.
Welcome back to Kelly Field in Aurora. The Cassville Wildcats lead the Aurora Hound Dogs 31-7 here at halftime. Tonight's halftime brought to you by Shoemaker Tire, your authorized tire dealer for Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal tires with most sizes in stock. Shoemaker Tire, Highway 86 in Golden, Missouri. Looking at the first half numbers as the crowd being entertained by the Aurora Marching Band here at the break. First of all, for the Hound Dogs, they carried the ball 13 times for a total of 57 yards. Peyton Evans completed 12 of 16 passes for 95 yards for a total of 152. The Hound Dogs picked up 9 first downs. They turned it over twice, both on fumbles. They punted 2 times for a 30-yard average, and they were penalized 4 times for 30 yards. Cassville Wildcats, 243 yards on the ground on 28 carries. Shannon Haney threw the ball 4 times, completed 3 of those for a total of 48 yards, for a total of 291 yards of offense here in the first half. Cassville, 15 first downs. They did not turn the ball over. They were penalized once for 15 yards, and they punted once for 40 yards. Individual numbers, Peyton Evans, the only one that's carried the ball tonight for the Hound Dogs, and he's carried for 57 yards and a touchdown on 13 rushes. Casey Weatherman, 7 catches for 69 yards, and Caleb Baker has 3 catches for 15, and Clayton Dunning 1 catch for 10 yards. For the Cassville Wildcats, River Phelps, unofficially 199 yards and 4 touchdowns on 22 carries here in the first half. Shannon Haney, 14 yards on 2 carries. Kyle Ruark had 30 yards on 4 carries. Troy Rose has 1 catch for 22 yards. River Phelps, 1 catch for 18 yards. And Colin Pearman, 1 reception for 8 yards in the first half. So, as we talked about earlier, and we still got a half to go, but quite a set of ball games for River Phelps. Last week, over 250 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's got almost 200 yards and 4 touchdowns here in the first half tonight.
You know, the amazing thing about tonight's game, through his first 5 carries, he had about 2 yards of rushing. And from the 6th carry on, he's just exploded. Give a lot of credit to that offensive line. And the blocking downfield, Troy Rose, when they run to his side, he's a great blocking wide receiver, and Phelps is able to read those blocks and get those extra yardage. But he's just exploded tonight, nearly 200 yards at halftime. That's impressive.
Looking at some of the other scores from around the Big 8 late in the first half, Lamar was leading over Mount Vernon 28-14. And the East Newton Patriots, another touchdown. They now lead 34-8 right before halftime at home against McDonald County. Still looking for an update on that Monette-Seneca game down in Seneca. The Cubs and the Indians last we heard. And this was from back in the first quarter. The two teams were tied at 7. We'll see if we can get an update on that one. As we said, only 2 weeks remain. Only 1 week remaining after tonight. Counting tonight, there was only 2 weeks left in the regular season. Teams trying to position themselves in the districts and get that momentum headed towards the district playoffs, which is coming up 2 weeks from this evening. Top 4 seeds in each district is going to get a home game. And, again, that's all what they're looking for right now is staging themselves for the playoffs. There's still some conference implications set for many of these games. Right now, Lamar looking to go back-to-back Big 8 champs. Took them so many years to get that conference title. They finally were able to get it last year. Now they're looking to retain that. But Mount Vernon and Monette still with only 1 conference loss in the season, so the Mountaineers and the Cubs still hoping that somebody might be able to knock off the Tigers. And Mount Vernon giving Lamar a battle here tonight up in Mount Vernon.
Well, they are. Lamar's working on a bit of a short week. They played Saturday and had a big game for them Saturday. Put up a lot of points, beat a really good team, and playing on a bit of a short week. Not a big deal. But it's a 2-touchdown game. But where Lamar's, where they just wear you down in that second half a lot of times is where they just extend and just pull away. And
they're so deep at running back.
Yeah.
They just keep bringing in those fresh legs, and sooner or later it seems like it always wears you down.
Yep, and they just grind you into the ground in the second half. And it's yet to be seen tonight against the Mountaineers. The Mountaineers are one of those football teams that we really couldn't get a gauge on. We know they throw the football an awful lot. They put up a lot of points week in and week out. And they're so far in the football game for what we have here. They're hanging right in there, and when you pass the football like that, 14 points isn't a big margin. So we'll see how that one goes in the second half. And Mount Vernon and Cassville right now, identical records in this district. So it's an interesting game to keep your eye on. Wildcats need to come out here in the second half, play good football, finish the football game, get this one under their belt, then they can look to Mount Vernon next week.
That's exactly right. Both teams back out of the locker rooms as they go through their final warm-ups before we start the second half. We'll step aside one more time and be back with the start of the third quarter. You're listening to Wildcat Football here on the Talon Network.
It seems with Giant Faceless Holdings taking control of most banking, it's a local bank that's truly the hometown for hometown people, with all the stability and strength of large holding companies, well enough to understand your banking needs. Coffee pot's always on at First State Bank. I want you to know you're always welcome at any of their locations. Purdy, Monette, Pierce City, Cassville. First State Bank, the hometown bank for hometown people. Remember FDIC.
Hi, this is Laura Garcia. I am a teller at First State Bank of Purdy in Cassville. We invite you to come by and get to know First State Bank of Purdy.
Whether it's Chevy or GM, stop Automotive at highways 39 and 60 in Missouri. They've got what you're looking for in a variety of styles and colors to choose from. If it's fuel seek, check out the Chevy Cruze. For more room, see the Malibus or Impalas. If it's, they've got trucks, Silverados, Sierras, and Colorados. What about SUV? Covered with Tahoe, Yukon, Equinox, Traverse, and Terrain. If luxury is what you're after, make Buick and Cadillac. And if you want to rev a bit, see the Camaros or Corvettes. Make Automotive in Aurora, Missouri, junctions of Highway 3060, or visit them online at maysautomotive.com.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We're for Home Sweet Home. We're for computers, single wides, and studios. We're for houseboats, 2 stories or 20. Bluebirds, white squirrels, black walnuts, whatever's out your back door, we're for that. We're for watching the sun rise over the Mississippi, and over the Missouri. We're for kicking off your high rise and hanging up your hat in the booth. And if you have a home in Missouri, we have a policy for you.
Hi, I'm Chad Garner, Missouri. If you're in Berry or Lawrence County, I've got you kept.
At Commerce Bank, we offer auto loans. Your world. In my world, I need a different car.
an auto loan now. The next car I buy will be red 40, and we probably want 3 rows so the kids can really out. Whether you're buying new or used or refinancing your current car, Commerce Bank can help. We're a competitive auto loan that fits your budget and flexible options that make sense for you. We can even the loan so you can start looking for that car that fits you. We make it easy, so apply today at a branch or online at commercebank.com. That's great. Easy. That's not the bank.
Sammy Clapper and Jeremy Marple back at Kelly Field in Aurora, just about ready to start the third quarter. The Wildcats will be kicking off to start the second half. Cassville with a 31-7 lead over the Hound Dogs as we start quarter number 3. River Phelps to kick it away. The Wildcat kickoff brought to you by Baywash Car Wash. They feature both the Odyssey Soft Touch and Super 5000 touch-free automatic car wash bays. A clean car is a happy car, and that makes you feel good. Logan Laufer back at his own 5-yard line, awaiting the kick of River Phelps, and he will drive this one back to the 3. And somebody stepped in front of Laufer and took it away, and I'll have to see who that is. It looks like it's Clayton Dunning. And Dunning back across the 15, and he is going to be stopped short of the 20-yard line.
Well, again, the Wildcats did a nice job offensively getting that touchdown right at the end of the first half, knowing that they were going to have to give the football to the Hound Dogs to start this second half.
Hound Dogs have it 1st and 10 at their own 19. Tonight's third quarter brought to you by J&M Pallet Company and Trucking Services, where they specialize in new, used, and custom-built pallets. They're backing the Wildcats all the way. In God we trust at J&M Pallet Company, phone 847-6732. Pass goes to Weatherman, and he is hammered as soon as he catches the football out here in the flat, as Weatherman is able to hang on to the football as he picks up about 2 or 3 yards out to the 21.
Now, linebacker getting out in coverage, Wyatt Goad. Reading the play, breaking on the football. Weatherman caught it. Goad got there and brought him to the ground. Put that shoulder right in him, drove him into the ground. Nice job of tackling there.
And they give him the 22, so it's a gain of 3. Second down and 7 for Aurora. Peyton Evans being flushed from the pocket by Devin Phelps, trying to get to the sidelines, and he runs out of bounds back around the line of scrimmage. Looks like he was able to get back to the 22, or did he? No, they put him at the 21, so it actually ends up losing a yard.
Yeah, Devin Phelps, great job flushing Evans from the pocket. Tried to get downfield. Tolbert Medina forced him out of bounds. Nice job in pursuit there.
So third down and 8 for the Hound Dogs. Ball at their own 21. Cassville leading 31-7, just underway here in the second half. Evans, a low snap. Being flushed from the pocket immediately, gets to the sidelines. A flag now thrown behind the play, and Evans is chased out of bounds out about the 25-yard line. Flag thrown all the way back at the 13.
Now those flags deep behind the line of scrimmage line.